Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. And this time it's a special review because it is the SH Figuarts Lord Beerus figure. And I've been waiting to review this figure for a very, very long time. So this is a special review for me. And as many of you that know me know that Beerus is my all-time favorite Dragon Ball character ever. So this is going to be a special review. So without further ado, we'll take a quick look at the packaging, like always. Over here. And there you have Lord Beerus. It says Beerus, SH Figuarts. It has a picture of Beerus here. Coming on the side of the box, you have a bunch of things that he comes with, faces, which I will get to that in a minute after this. You have your hands. Over here is your obligatory product shot. There's Beerus. There's Beerus kicking. Right there. Super action. Over here you have Beerus. And that's pretty much it. It says Beerus on the top of the box. Nothing. Bottom. Nothing. It says Beerus. Warning, the small parts, do not eat anything it's in this box. Please do not eat anything into this box. And there's a picture of Toei Animation, considering that this is an authentic product. So, that's pretty much it. Now let's get to the main event here. Here is Lord Beerus. And he looks really, really good. I've been waiting to do a review for this guy for a very long time. He looks very nice. Now, he does come with accessories. Okay. Let's keep him in frame. This is his review. I'm all over the place today. He comes with a couple heads right here. So we'll take a look at each of these heads individually. Okay. Here's head number 1. And this is like his, I want to say, angry attacking head face thing. And here's head number 2. His yawning phase. This is hilarious. They really captured the character of Beerus very well in these head sculpts. It really looks like Beerus. I mean, he's cocky, he's annoyed, he's sleepy. He's a cat, so there you have that. Very nice. Very nice attention to detail. And I like that each of his heads actually come with his earring right there in gold. Here. And this head has it there. So there you have that. Really cool stuff. And he also comes with a couple of hands. So you have this one here, which is basically him pointing a finger, you know, doing his attacks, I would imagine. See if I can get that in a frame. There it is. Very cool. You get one set of closed fists, like he's holding something. There's one hand. There's the other. Right there. And you get 2 sets of open palms. You know, just like he's going to do like some sort of a blast beam or something. There's one, and here's the other. Very nice stuff. Let's zoom back out. Okay, so there is back to main Beerus here, and before we get into anything, we'll take a look at the way he's designed, his articulation, and anything else that I might come across. So let's zoom in here. Why am I putting the thing so I can... There you go. Why would I push it towards the camera when the camera has this auto zoom button? There are his feet. And I like the way they molded his feet. They really captured the aesthetic of the show here. You got his pants in blue. You got his sash here on his waist, as well as this thing. I don't know what they call that. There's wrist gauntlets. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what any of this stuff is called. I'm a noob. They're painted gold as well. And these things on his biceps too. They're painted gold as well. As well as his head with his golden earring right there. Coming out on the back of the figure. He does look aesthetically pleasing to the eye, actually. SH Figuarts really knows how to do their stuff. Mine has a little scratch here. Maybe I'll paint that in white. I don't know. Very nice. As far as articulation is concerned, Beerus, his head is on a ball joint. So he can do all that stuff. Move around, look up that far. Not very powerful, I know. Look down a lot farther, actually, than he does up. Okay. He has 300, everything is on a ball joint, so his arms could do a full 360. They could go out that much, not a full 90 degrees because of this right here. And this part here is not really attached to his chest thing. It's just part of the arm. So it's attached separately. See? Right there. So it moves to accommodate his arm. But once you reach a certain point, that's as far as it'll go. His arm can do a full 360. Again, not outward that much. He does have a bicep swivel as well. He has a double jointed shoulder here and down there. So he can go well over 90 degrees. And he has a ball joint at the wrist, as well as a swivel and a this thing. I don't know what you call it. Like you move the hand sideways. Okay. Waist is on a ball joint as well. So he could do all that stuff. He could go down that far. He could look up that far, which is slightly more than just straight. Okay. He can do a full 360 with his waist. Okay? What else can he do? Hips are on a ball joint. Legs can go that far back because of this part here. Because of his pants are too thick, they actually hit right there. And they kind of move sideways rather than just straight back. They can go forward that much. Again, because of this, they go sideways. See? Instead of just forward. Okay? What else can he do? Knees can bend well over 90 degrees. His feet can do a full 360. There are on a ball joint. And his toe pivots that far. So yeah, quite a lot of articulation on Beerus here. Come on. There you go. Okay. Now, one thing he can do is how I usually keep them on display is with different sets of hands, of course. Now, Beerus, normally, when you see him in the show, he likes to keep his hands behind his back for whatever reason. This toy can actually replicate that, believe it or not. Oh, and I forgot, his tail is also on a ball joint, so if I didn't mention that, and can go back, forward that much. Do everything a tail can do. So how you want to do that is you want to take the arms and just feed them behind like that and put them right behind the other. So you can basically make him do anything he does in the show. So that's very cool how they implemented that into this figure. He's very poseable, and he basically can do anything you want him to. Very nice. Very nice touch. Now, moving on to his accessories. Since everything here is on this figure is on a ball joint, it can easily be taken off and taken on. Taken on? Yes, taken on. It can be taken off and put back on, as you would expect from a figure with multiple choices for limbs and extra hands and things like that. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could remove his head, as is on a ball joint right there, as you can see. Okay? And what I can do is get another head like this one. And each head has a hole in it, like a small peg, a small hole for the peg to fit in, right there, as you can see. So you just take the new head, and kind of just pop it back into place. There. Okay? There's his head. There's his new head, his yawning head. And you could do a bunch of cool poses like him yawning. Come on. Don't do this to me now. Okay? You really got to get it in there. Now you want to pull this arm, this hand, off. And there's the peg for the hand right there. Okay? And you want to grab, say, this hand here, this open palm. And kind of, again, my toys like to fight me. Why do you want to fight me? Why would you want to fight me? Come on, don't fight me. Come on. This is a pain in the gut. There you go. Okay. And you could do something like this. Pop his head back. Pop his head back on. There you go. With the greatest of ease. And make him look like he's yawning. You could totally do that. You could totally have him do that. So he has multiple different personalities. Or you could get him his angry face right here. And make him look like he's angry about something or just annoyed. Speaking of that, let's look at his teeth. They actually painted him full white. I mean, the level of detail on this guy is just outstanding. Like, his eyes are yellow. Everything about this figure just screams quality. SH Figuarts really, really knows how to do their stuff. Really knows how to do their figures. And for a figure, let me take his head off and pop his regular head in. Okay. Wow, surprisingly this one popped in a lot easier than the other one. Go figure. Take this one. And pop his hand back. Again, you're going to see me fight a lot with this figure on this review here. This video was not meant. Hold on. There you go. Much better. He does have very tight joints. You know, especially for a SH Figuarts figure, because usually these guys know how to do figures right. Don't get me wrong. SH Figuarts is one of the best, if not the best, figure making companies out there. And I have a bunch of their stuff, as you'll probably see in my other reviews, in my other videos. But, you know, I guess with perfection comes compromise, because as cool as these figures are, they're, as you just seen me, it's a bit of a pain to take pieces on and off said figure. But once you get the hang of it, you have a pretty decent figure. Very well made, actually. And the plastic is, I don't know, beyond any other thing I've ever seen as far as figures is concerned and what I've reviewed so far. So yeah, definitely got to give it up to SH Figuarts for even considering to, you know, make a figure like this. Do I recommend this figure? Yes and no. Yes, because this figure is... It's Beerus. I mean, it's my favorite character from the series. And I praise this figure. I have this figure as like a high standard for figures. But at the same time, I know a lot of people out there... Focus the camera a little. I know a lot of people out there are looking for a very, very, very good figure for an affordable price. This guy is not it. This guy is expensive. This guy... I don't know if the price has gone down on him, but when I got him for quite a couple $100. I'm not gonna lie here. I got him for quite a couple $100 because I got him when I first heard he was released, and immediately I went nuts because Beerus, I mean, it's Beerus, it's my favorite character, but again, I would not ever recommend anyone buying a figure for an insane amount of money. So, yeah, if you can find them for cheap, definitely get them. But, no, just if you see him for a very high price, wait, and you really want him, just wait until his price drops. Because if you're like a massive Dragon Ball fan like I am, Beerus is a no-brainer. But again, he's very expensive. Or at least was when I bought him. One thing that I'm noticing about this figure is his color is very well made, but his color is just one tone. There's no shadows, there's no detailing, there's nothing that will make you, as far as like paint schemes is concerned, nothing that'll make you go ooh and ah over this, because it's just one flat color, especially the purple. There is, however, there are a couple things that make this figure stand out as far as color is concerned. The first would be the gold. If I could zoom in here, I don't know if the camera will actually catch this. Let me zoom in there. But let's look at his bracelets. I don't know if the camera will actually do this justice. This actually looks a lot better in person. The thing on his neck, his earring, right there. Okay. Again, I don't know if the camera does this justice or not, but in real life it looks more impressive. And the bands on his feet, as well as the silver paint on his sash right here on the sides, on the edges. Again, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's there. It's definitely there. So, yeah, Beerus here has a lot of things that make him stand out from other figures, as much as, you know, the gold accents and the, you know, the just the aesthetics, the idea behind this figure. And the articulation. The articulation, this figure does not sleep on articulation. He has quite a bit, as you saw me a couple minutes ago. But overall, very, very nice figure. Very cool. They even painted the eyes yellow, which it's really cool that they paid attention to that much detail on a figure. Better yet, here, I'll show you a better figure, a better idea here. Yeah, okay, there you go. Because he does have yellow eyes in the anime. You'd think that they just painted white and call it a day, but not really. They actually went a step above and beyond and painted the eyes gold. Very nice attention to detail. Back out. Very nice attention to detail. Should you buy this? As I said, yes, if you can. But again, he's a little expensive. So overall, I think this is an amazing addition to anyone's collection, especially if you're a massive Dragon Ball fan. So yeah, that's basically all there is to say about Beerus here. Now, for comparisons, right here, let me move him to the side here. Let's bring in the one, the only Refractor. Just so you can see how big he is next to Mr. Refractor right here. Get lost. You already... Here he is next to Shockwave. And Shockwave is slightly bigger than Lord Beerus here. Slightly bigger. Not by much. Not by much. Here he is next to Kid Buu. Now this is not really a figure per se. I had to build this. But this is a figure rise figure, so there's that. Because, why not? Here is Banpresto, Super Saiyan God Goku. Just so you can see how they look together. Now, Banpresto God Goku is really, really small. Which is funny because Banpresto figures are usually bigger. In my experience. So there you have that. So, again, doing the whole recommendation thing, as I've said before, sure, get him if you want to. But note, he's expensive. So, you know, if you can't, not a big loss. I mean, yes, it's an amazing figure, and it's very well made, and all these amazing points that I'm talking about here. But, again, he's very expensive. So if you can't get him, that's fine. there are other means of getting really cool figures, especially Figuarts figures, especially SH Figuarts figures. So, that's pretty much it I gotta say about Lord Beerus here. There's not much else to talk about. I've already explained that there are points of articulation on him that are extremely tough to move, just because of the way he's built. He comes with extra pieces, like multiple heads. Okay, multiple heads. And extra hands for whatever pose you want him to do, or you want him to be in. Okay? He has really good articulation. Yeah, he has really good articulation, as I've mentioned before. His paint apps is very well made. And it's painted phenomenally. He's even got some silver in here, little tidbits there. So if that's your thing, definitely for sure, I would buy him. But don't buy him if you cannot afford him. He's way too expensive, at least for me, or at least how I found him. If you can find him for cheap, definitely. If not, wait until the price drops. It's not worth it. Trust me. So, that's pretty much everything I have to say about Lord Beerus here. So, there is SH Figuarts Beerus. And this King Vita saying, laters.